You are listening now to the Spirituality Now podcast, the show that is solely focused on practical spirituality, leadership, and mindset skills with the aim and purpose of supporting you master your life. Welcome to the Spirituality Now podcast. Welcome to the Spirituality Now podcast. I am your host, Yvonne de la Flor, and I am so excited and so blessed. This is, in 2 weeks. Last week, you are going to hear this podcast in a turnaround like 4 weeks or 5, but I was able to interview one of my teachers, a Qigong master and priest, and today we have literally a Tai Chi master. I call her a Tai Chi master. She's doing art with Chi. That's how she calls her website and her movements. She's a master of Qigong, and she has a very unique way and beautiful way to transfer the Chi, to transfer movement and the martial arts, which is truly an art of self-mastery, of self-development, and of service to the world, which is what I'm most interested in. But she's beautiful. Those of you who are watching the podcast on YouTube, you can see her. She's beautiful within and without. Those of you who are listening, in whatever platform you are listening, remember we're in every single podcast platform. We also are sharing the network television of the Human Empowerment Network. And we are a philanthropic-based podcast. The reason why we are like that, we are sponsored by the La Flor Teachings International, produced by Brilliant Futures Productions, both companies that are ours. And the reason we're doing that is for you to have the knowledge, the wisdom of these incredible guests that we have purely without commercials, so they can share too in their platforms. And, we really can hopefully be of service to the world. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my beautiful guest that is here patiently waiting for me to hand the microphone to her. Her name is Claudia Trojan. She's the founder of Art with Chi, and we'll go over that in a moment. She's the mother of 2 children. One of her children was born with a neurological disorder. I can relate since I have a son with autism. She has studied graphic design and marketing, studied art and communication design, psychology and marketing. She was born in 1984, so she's a very young teacher. Her parents fled from Poland, and the grandparents died in war. And the reason I chose to share this with you is because over the years, my team and myself, we have worked more than 20 plus years in family constellations and trauma integration and war. And so we know how powerful it is to honor when you have parents that were immigrants. I know about that. When you have grandparents, anyone that died in war, it's a deep tribute and honor that we're doing already in this podcast for them. Claudia she has an incredible, and when I said incredible, this incredible background in martial arts fighting. And hopefully, I will pronounce it well. Shaolin Kung Fu, which I am very acquainted with because I'm a mom of a son that is studying with a Shaolin monk for many years, Tsun, Panantukan Boxing, Escrima, knife fighting. Oh my gosh, she's my hero. Knife fighting, Systema, Tai Chi, Nei Gong, obviously Qigong, Bagua, 16 forms, which if you ever watch her videos, watch the ones where she's practicing Bagua. I think that's one of the most challenging and both beautiful and beneficial practices there is. Training seminars and courses that she has gone through, anatomy of the body, physiotherapeutic and mobility training, makes sense, psychological branch of study, neurology and fasciology, the fascia, vagus nerve and respiratory science, energetic field outside our body, magnetic field therapy, wow, Buddhist teachings and seminars, Taoism in today's time, Obviously, she's a Nei Gong and Tai Chi instructor, a mental coach, and expert of mobility. And she has always been fascinated by Japanese and Chinese lifestyles. I think that's where I connected with her, because this is something that when you are connected with something like that, those lineages of Japan and China, there is some kind of old, not only old soul, anybody can be an old soul. I think everybody is, but wise wisdom of other lifetimes. I truly believe in that. So her attraction to the Japanese and Chinese culture and lifestyles led her to move to a Shaolin temple at the age of 18. I mean, at the age of 18, she knew, and she moved to a Shaolin temple to study martial arts there. After 1 year of her being there, a time away, she came back to Austria. She lives in Austria, which, by the way, is one of my favorite cities in the world, Vienna. I fell in love with Vienna when I was there. And that's where she studied communication, design. And so she's a founder of Art and Chi. And we're going to ask her a lot of goodness and a lot of chi questions in this podcast. So, Claudia, I could go on and on and on sharing about your bio. But for now, welcome to the show, love.
Hello, Yvonne. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this really, really kind words. They made me cry at the beginning because I'm really honored to be here. And it made me quite nervous right now. I was really calm until now. Because I don't know, but I'm excited and I'm happy to be here and answer some question or talk about, I don't know, this really big Chinese wisdom and journey we are going through and so let's start.
It's such an honor to have you here. I have benefited from your videos. I want to tell you, I started my Tai Chi journey on November of last year. I've been always a practitioner here and there, but not really practice. And until you don't commit to practice daily, there's no practice. Before it was like a hobby, which is nothing. And then, I really started because of an injury, broke my ankle, my knee, etc. And Tai Chi has been my recovery venue. But it was when I saw your videos. I follow a lot of people that are really masters in this craft. But when I saw your videos, I started implementing what you were sharing. And it's the first time that I did a video of yours, I was able to lift my leg. I've been practicing consistently with my teacher, with my Shifu. But when I saw how you approach movement, I was able to actually communicate with my body, put my posture correctly, and lift my leg. Now, this sounds simple, but for me that have broken bones, etc., that was like a, thank God for Claudia. So that's one of the reasons I invited you. But let's start with the beginning. So
Okay.
I love your spirit. I didn't know you were a mom. You are so young. You are so beautiful. Not that moms should be beautiful. That's not coming out right from my mouth. Now I think I'm the one nervous here. So we're gonna bring back the But let's start with Claudia as a child, because you already at 18, you were already choosing to go to a Shaolin temple.
Yeah.
So who were you as a child that actually when you were a child with immigrant parents, with grandparents that died from war, that must have shaped your character a little bit. So who was Claudia as a child that was going to go devoted in the path of Chi? So tell us a little bit about you.
Cool. So I was a normal girl, but my father was very into Kung Fu movies. And when I was 5, because my parents were divorced, when we had time with my father, he often showed us movies, Kung Fu movies. And I was so fascinated by the movements and all this I don't know, Chinese films have something tragic, I would say, and it was like, I don't know, a fantasy world or something, and I wanted to be this movie star somehow, and started in school when I at the age 6, I we had a game, a tennis game, and there was a day I will never forget it, when we went to a park, and some kids wanted to play tennis, and I took this tennis, how do I say, this yeah, and I was imagining this is a sword, and I started to fight, and all these kids started to laugh at me because they didn't know what I was doing, and I was just moving. I was so, oh my god, I want to be this movie star, and this. Oh my God, this made me so sad. I was so embarrassed and was like, I will never show anything again of some Kung Fu skills. But so I was a normal girl. I didn't took lessons when I was a child. This whole thing came when when I was at the age of 10. I really enjoyed or was always fascinating by Japanese and Chinese traditions. More Japanese because I was into this anime and manga stuff, so I'm drawing as well. And yeah, I always wanted to learn how to fight with swords or sticks, and there was no opportunity. There in Austria, there really wasn't an opportunity. So I kept this for myself, and never thought I will be able to learn this kind of art or something like this. And then when I finished 18, I was then the internet was invented, and I was able to search on the internet for some names or schools, and I found this Shaolin Kung Fu school, and I was like, I will go there. It doesn't matter how. This is my dream. I have to be there. I always wanted to travel to Japan. Never was there. Maybe someday. This is my big dream. But this was something. It was a decision because I was seeking for this so long and never had the opportunity. And yeah, and then I moved in there, and I was like, hey, I'm here. Let's start. And it was very, very, how can I say it? I don't want to sound negative, but it was so, can't find the word. It's heavy and difficult because Shaolin Kung Fu, it wasn't what I have imagined. I knew it would be difficult, but this was so such a I would say such I can't find the word. I was struggling with my mind, so not with my body, with the physical aspects, because the exercises and the training, it was really hard. But it was more, and this was the beginning for the psychological path, because I found myself struggling with my ego and with a lot of issues, a lot of I'm not good. Why is this so hard? I want to cry. I suck. I'm sorry, and all these things, and then I think the journey started into this mindful, into the spiritual stuff, because on the other side, on the one side, there was the physical exercises, the physical training, which is really, really hard. And I respect also the Chinese masters. I respect them really deeply. But it was more the mindset, or you need a very specific kind of mindset to go through the suffering, because it was suffering. It was deeply suffering, and not the pain which you get in your body because of all this the muscle pain, but more the challenge with not giving up. This was it.
That just right there. We're just saying hi, and you already dropped so much wisdom, Claudia. It is so true. And you said that you didn't want to sound negative. This is zero negative. This is actually reality. It is a fact that anybody that wants to master anything in life, just that goes through life, we are going to encounter, like the Buddha said, a suffering. There is a Zen teacher. His name is Meido Moore. That is actually, he also does teachings in Japan. Maybe one day we meet there, you know. But he just did a video about something called dukkha, the Dukha, which is the aspect of suffering that the Buddha used to speak. And by no means suffering is the whole story of our humanity, but we have to go through suffering. We have to go through hardship in order for us to earn the right of mastery, to earn the joys, right? And to notice them. So I love that. I love how you were so vulnerable, also sharing about the struggle with your ego. So this was, and can I we say, I love that a racket became a sword. I mean, I could totally see myself like just, going there for you. So I'm super happy that you shared about your inner child, and most not the inner child, the child that brought you to this moment. I'm very honored to meet her. So obviously, this prompted you to enter into the martial arts world. And what happened? Let's talk a little bit, because I think this is very important for people. What happened when you were struggling with the ego? Because this is something that everybody's going to face. We all face it. I face it, probably daily. And, you have to have the source, the skills, the movements to be able to defeat that and be able to continue your practice. So tell us a little bit about more. What was the struggling with your ego, or what is the struggling with your ego like?
I mean, I still have it, like daily. And for me, it's right now, it's something that it is a part of our life. And it's a part we need, because without this strangling, we cannot challenge it and we cannot fight it. So if we can't fight it, or I would say we can't grow. So in my opinion, growth comes with suffering, and with every time you are coming when you come to a situation, you are going to the situation with, I would say, some kind of imagination, or you imagine, okay, this should be this should be right that, and it's always different. So the illusion is most of the time it's de-illusioning, and here is where I think a lot of people give up, because it hurts, because this illusion or comes from a deep, I would say, a deep wishing from our childhood, or different things, and when it comes to the illusion, it hurts. And I think a lot of people, they don't know how to get through, how to make the best, or how to I can't find the words, maybe you can help me, how to challenge them, or fight with them, or transform them. Transform. So in my opinion, it's something that it's about the mindset. I can see a problem, or I can see an opportunity, and this is a game changer. And this is the same with the ego. I started at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, I hate my ego, because my ego is bad, and just want to, But then I I had a very interesting meditation trip for my own meditation session, and I wanted to make friends with myself. And this was for me a game changer, because I started to find the connection and the love to myself and make friends with the ego. So this was the beginning of, or I would say, my ego is still here, and it's challenging me every day, but I don't see it as someone, as a it's a friend. I see it as a friend. I see it as an opportunity, as a reflection. It's like, okay, I feel offended, or I'm struggling with, because I don't feel good. Why is this so? So where is the reason? And when you start to reflect yourself in every moment, in these moments, you can change the mindset into something positive. And I think this is it, because once you change it into a positive wording or a positive situation, you see these things totally different. So I can see things as a problem, I can see things as an opportunity. When I see things as an opportunity, I don't stop. I'm starting to search for more. I'm searching for more and for answers. And this is something where it gets deeper and deeper, and the journey starts. Because when I see it as a problem, there is a wall and the door is closed. When I see it as an opportunity, I can go through this door, find a lot of more I can open, but I can go this journey more joyful, and would not say that we should fight our ego, because fighting is something negative. I would say, hey, let's make friends and listen to each other.
I love that, because there is, in Zen and in other spiritual practices, the focus is to remove the Yvonne, the little I, and there's a lot of emphasis of you are so egoic, etc. But we need that part of the identity to be able to even serve others. We need that part of our, ego. For me, it's ego. You're either going to get stuck by it if you don't explore it, and as you said, befriend it, or it can become ego, energy that goes, the energy that goes in motion to serve others, that where your identity, where your person, as Claudia, as Yvonne, as Sophie, that is behind the scenes, as David, as Samuel, etc., Saul, etc. These are the members of our team. When we use that I to serve others, that's when we truly, begin to be of impact in the world. And that's what you've been doing, Claudia. I mean, I watch you, I follow everything, your channels on Instagram. It is quite remarkable, and you add so much value freely in the world to help people. So thank you for that. So when talking about this and befriending yourself, which I think is one of the most powerful things I've heard in all of these podcasts of things that I've interviewed people. But when you started this journey and you are, developing and strengthening your mindset, obviously practicing hours and hours, if not, you would not be able to move that. I mean, the day that I'm able to sit like you, like I'm finally bending a little bit, I see you and I'm like, this lady is like, you're there in the ground. But I guess that when you started and when you were in your process of these skills of mastery, things needed to change. So, what things, people, situations in your life needed to change for you to keep nurturing and growing this mastery practice of the art with Chi? What needed to change?
Um, First of all, I went away from people who hurt me and took my energy. So I came into a process of letting go, and I started to love it. I still love it. What was the question again? Sorry, because I lost the It was
Yes, but it's like what have to change? That
ah
one of the things you said, you started letting people go that hurt you. Bravo. You know?
no, but it's. I think when someone has a vision or a dream, um, I always tell this to my friends. You have a vision, and you go this path, and suddenly someone is coming and is talking to you, and another person is coming to you and wants you to go with him, and there's a lot of distractions. And for me, I started to feel unhappy because I was um, I was losing my dream because I kept with society, and this was a point where I got frustrated and was at a yeah at some point where I had to choose. Do I want? I had I had to choose me. Yeah, and this sounds a little bit egoistic. Yeah, I mean, but I think the purpose of when you go your way, yeah, it doesn't mean that you won't react to other people and don't have friends and live alone in the forest. No, it's just that if you have a vision, it's first of all it's okay that you will you want to you want this vision come true. Yeah, it's your life. So this is the thing where everyone has to start to think that it's okay, it's my life, it's my dream. I will go this way, and if someone can't, it's hard for me to explain. Let me think about it. If you want to achieve things, you have to let go of a lot. So
Yes.
it depends on your dream. So in my opinion, we should dream big, really, really big, because I think I'm not sure, or in my opinion, I don't think that I will achieve all my dreams. But it's not the aim, it's the way to the dreams. It's the path I'm going. This is life. And when I have this vision, it helps me to go this way. And there are, as I said, there are a lot of distractions and a lot of people who will come or are coming into your life. I mean, I'm a mother. I know my children are I love them, but I think the decision you have to decide if you really want to achieve it or not. And if you really want to achieve your dream, you have to believe in it. This is very, very important. So you start your day and you believe you will achieve your dreams, because then your mindset is shifting. And on the other side, letting go of a lot of not friends, but people, society. Also, I'm looking for the word setups, daily setups. For example, I wanted to move better. I wanted to improve my mobility because it was important, and I struggled with time because no one has time. We are working, we have kids, family, and other things. So I started. I was in at this moment where I saw my vision and I saw my life, and I had to choose, and I didn't want to choose, so I started to combine everything. And first of all, I started to throw away my bed bought myself a futon and started to sleep on the ground because I love Japanese culture. And this was something because I knew when I will get up in the morning, I have to get up from the ground. And this is very, very important for mobility. Also, it's grounding. And the second thing, and this was the most challenging thing, also not just with society, I'm right now not anymore feeling, but with my mother, was when we had this dining table and with these chairs, and I was like, because of my daughter, and my daughter couldn't she was very, very weak. She had a muscular weakness, and we went through a lot of therapists, and I was like, it's not the hour or the training session, this 1 hour is nothing when I have to include it into my daily life. And this was for me something that, okay, my master also told me, it's not about going to a Tai Chi class, it's about including the training into your daily life in every single moment, in every situation, not only for the mind, like we were talking about the ego. So I can see it as an opportunity and growing when someone is offending me, but also in the training. If I want to improve my mobility and want to strengthen my legs, I don't have to go to a gym. I can change my how do I say that the interior, the design, this all these elements I'm living in, and adapt it. And I I had this dining table, and I cut all the legs and shrink it down to the ground and build myself, because I love Japanese culture, and build myself a Japanese table, and it's here, it's there.
Oh my
So
God! Those of you who are looking, well,
this is my table,
that's
and I
amazing.
love
You
it.
did that, and you got it.
Yeah, I cut it down,
Amazing.
and I went to the market, and I don't know, I because for me, it's what I learned in the Chinese martial arts is this grounding, and it was what I always were fascinated about, and also the mobility. So in Japanese, the Japanese, they sit down on the table, they sit on the ground, and they sit in a very specific way. And because I was into anatomy and all the stuff, I started this, and I wanted to include this into my daily life. And I saw, on the one side, I saw the effects. So we all got so strong. If you want to sit, if you have to sit on the floor, you always have to stand up. So this is also sometimes a mind struggling, because you can't get up. It's hard. Yeah, I don't want it. I'm lazy. I'm tired. Whatever. But you get used to it. And the other thing is that it's really, really good for your hip mobility and all this mobility, because what I learned when I had kids, that when you look at a child, as it comes to life, everything starts from the ground. All this movement starts from the ground. They are not running. They are coming from the ground, slowly getting up, and then start to walk and all these things. And I think that we lost all of these mobility skills, and that's the reason why so much pain is we're suffering with a lot of different kind of pain in our backs and wherever. Yeah, but this
And all
was,
the computers, right? All the computer. I'm
yeah.
here. You are talking to me. I'm already thinking we need to cut the legs of my table. you know, because I practice tea ceremony. I do Gong Fu Cha, and I'm always on the floor for that. But I see, with the chair that I'm in interviewing you right now, I'm already thinking I need to remodel my whole house.
Yeah, but this is on the one side is it's so simple. Yeah, you can change a lot in your daily life and with no effort. And it brings so much. It brings you a lot of effort. So my daughter, I saw what it made with her. How much profit she took from this because she had to stand up. And in the beginning, it was hard because she was weak, she couldn't. My mother was like, what are you doing to your children? And look at the society, you're not fitting into the society. And this was, I was struggling, yeah, because this was the point where I again had to choose my vision or the society. And this is something, and this is what I mean. It's, if you have a dream, then you have to chase the dream because no one is helping you. And if I couldn't go to the training sessions because I had kids, so I built my own gym in my room. And I think if you really want something, you will find a way. So this is my.
Wow, Claudia, the more I hear you talk,
Sorry.
no, it's beautiful. The more I hear you talk, I hear someone that is beyond commitment. This is what is required to achieve anything in life, right? And people don't understand that because you said it. Some of us are lazy. Some of us, we don't want to. We don't have the willingness. We give excuses and justifications. The red carpet in our life, we blame it on it's holidays, it's vacation, it's this. But if
Yeah.
you really want something, if you really want to grow, and if you really want to help people, in this case your child, that was a high motivator for you, and to help people with their, I think that your work is phenomenal, right? Because it's not only the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the Qi mastery, but it's the mobility, how we move in life, that our body reflects our mind and vice versa. So I think it's a blessing. But the one thing I wanted to tell you is the more I hear you speak, I'm reminded of one of my mentors. He was the mentor of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and he wrote a book that I highly recommend it for you because I think, Claudia, you're going to read it and you're going to say, oh, this is me, this is me.
Nice.
It's called Relentless. And this was the mentor of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, the mindset mentor. But the more you speak, the more I see, you are a genuine person that comes to serve and that comes to the choice that you made. I have to choose my vision instead of society's. I am so grateful because if you haven't, I would not have met you. And if I would have met you, I can imagine all the people that are benefiting from all your videos, all your wisdom. I mean, just yesterday, I saw your Instagram or 2 days ago of the picture of the hip, the muscles. I was like, oh, that's how it works. It's so detailed. So I just wanted to commend you, I pay tribute to you, love. It's incredible. And I recognize that that's more than leadership. This is what we need to keep moving humanity forward. So let me ask you another question. So with all these challenges, of course, we have them very well laid down. I want to go now into the chi. I am so like obsessed, Claudia, with like
Yeah.
chi. I'm obsessed. Like chi. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes not, and I'm battling with chi. Yeah, I'm not like, oh, are you feeling flow in Tai Chi? No, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. So tell me about why art with chi? Why chi?
Uh, Chi, because chi is everywhere, and chi is a big part of not only Tai Chi but martial arts and this culture. And because you mentioned that you are obsessed, I was obsessed too, and I was like, I want to know what is the real chi. I want to find it. I want to feel it. I
Yes,
want it right now. And this is
yes.
the reason why I was like, I have to train. I have to figure out how it's working. What is it? how can I move it? How can I maybe see it or transform it into other people? And I don't know. That's the first thing. I don't know, but I think what I found out. I once read a book, and I don't know. I just read a part of a book, and this I don't know how it's called, but it shocked me because I was like, okay. I want to feel the chi. I want to heal the chi. Okay. I'm standing. I think, oh, I'm meditating. This is chi. Yeah. I feel this. And I also was talking a lot with my master, and he was always as a little bit smiling because I was like, yeah, I felt the chi and here and there. But he never answered. He was just always asking, okay, how do you feel? Yeah. And then I read this. I don't know. It was just a page from a book a friend have sent me, and I think it was from a Buddhism script or something. So very old. And I was standing that the real chi we are seeking for is something so old and dangerous that if we open the door, if we really open the door, if we really find it, then it will destroy us.
Wow.
And this was like, oh my God, I think he's right. And this somehow I started to think different about it, because I think the problem in our society is that we have to name everything. We have to categorize everything. We have to, this is that. We have a name for this and that, and that's the reason why we are thinking all the time and struggling and are afraid of doing things wrong. And I think that these thoughts are not helping us. They are we are losing the connection, because the ego, the thoughts are the thinking is here. How can it feel? What is it? What if we just let go of this and just start to be? And this is what I found for myself. I think, I mean, cheese everywhere, you know this as well. And when we are opening, when the muscle is opening, the chi can flow, the blood can flow. These are things that are open secrets. But I think you can't answer the question, what is chi? Because I think everybody will feel it different. And I think we should stop categorizing or naming it and focusing on it, because this is what I did. And at this moment, my movement started to flow. I let go. I was like, okay, I will never find it. And when I read this book, I was like, I don't want to find it anymore, because I think this is.
I feel that.
But honestly, because I love history. I'm very into the old humanity history, and always wanted to find out where we're coming from. And I think that the human body is able to feel a lot. And as we all know, we are one. We are the universe. This is just the human body we are seeing, but it's not us. And I think that there is a lot more. But I don't know if we can achieve it today in this society, because we don't have time often. We are working, we are in a constant disconnection of ourselves. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to go into the mountains or meditate. I mean, it's not important, but I think we are in a decade where I don't think that we can find it. But what we can do is to start to connect to ourselves. And I think this is more important than chi, because then chi comes. Chi is always here. And I think more important is the question to ask, why do we want to achieve it? What's the thing behind it? Where does this desire come from? And it's always coming from our childhood, from some situations or traumatic. I don't know, yeah, but maybe we should let go of this question and just start to feel and accept that what we are feeling is okay, and we don't have to name it. And I think when we let go or coming into a process, when we are coming into this process of letting go, these things will come to us, because we can't chase them.
Oh, I love that. Claudia, one of the reasons I do this podcast, it's honestly, is because I get to sit down with all of you and learn, right? And what you just said about if we open the door to chi, it may destroy us. It was like, oh, Yvonne, let go. Yeah, Yvonne, let go. This was so well put and so beautifully said. So we're about to complete the podcast, but you have covered everything from movement, from chi, from this letting go the ego and everything. So what is the most rewarding thing for you to do this work to serve others? What are the rewards of this profession of yours, of this beautiful mastery that you have? I know we're signing up for your program, and at the end we'll let people know you have programs online, you have courses in Vienna, you have a lot of content in Instagram and everything. We'll talk about it in a moment, but first, what are the rewards for you? What is your vision for the world? What rewards, or what do you expect? I know it's a lot, but something in that line.
I would say what's the question. What's my vision for the world is I would like to answer this because it's affecting my work. I never thought of being a teacher. So I'm a very introvert person normally, but I think that the passion and the wisdom and everything I found out, it's just a huge desire. I want to share it because I know it's helping, and because it helped me. I had a vertebral, how do I say this? I had a lot of diseases, pains, and yeah, my daughter too. So I went through a lot, and this had helped me. And I would love to share this with people because I somehow feel them. I feel their pain and their depression, and I don't know what it is, but it's just like, oh my God, please, I want to hug you and I want to help you because I think I know how. And why should I keep this for me? Because I don't have a benefit from it. I love to talk about it, and I think that it's beautiful to share wisdom with people who have the same mindset. Yeah, I can be me. And if I see or like you when you're talking that it's helping you, this is something that this is so I feel so honored, and it's making me cry. I mean, this is you don't hear these things daily, so this is I even don't know what I'm affecting. I mean, I know I'm affecting some people and I'm inspiring, but sometimes I really don't know why. And I would love to maybe I will start a question or QA what people want to know, because I have so much because of this journey and this obsession. I learned a lot. I swear I think I learned daily until midnight and was trained because I wanted to somehow find the secrets. And for me, I found it. And it's like these are no secrets. It's very simple. It's a mixture of a mindset and anatomical movements. And in every book, it's so difficult. There are so difficult descriptions, and I was suffering because I had so many questions, and I wanted to have answers, and it was so difficult. But it's very simple, and I would love to. I'm struggling right now with the world because the world is going into or developing into a way I cannot. I'm. I would. I don't know how, but I think you know what I want to say. Yeah, it's not the technology and everything. It's nice, but we are losing the connection of to ourselves, and we're still human beings, and we're suffering because we lose the opportunity to move, and we lose the opportunity to find the stillness and peace. And this is I think the reason why a lot of people are fighting, and a lot of hatred is in this was so much suffering. It's I can't stand it, and I would love to share this wisdom, because then maybe some people will be more pain free, be more peaceful, and share this with other people as well. And all this wisdom, it's dying, and it's sad, because this is us. And if we would live in a more peaceful world, it would be so much better. I don't know if we can handle that, or if it's not too late, but I have hope. But I think, yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is how we're going to close the show, because I think what you just share is not only a sharing of Claudia, it's a call. It's called call to action for all of us. I feel the same. That's called compassion, right? We're so connected. It is on us. I love how you said it. It's on us. And yes, suffering is very highlighted more than ever because we have social media, because we have all the technology. Right now, we are able to even touch it. We're able to even see it as before. The Buddha and all of them, they could feel it in their senses that was coming, but they didn't have the internet or the Instagram or all of that, right? But I just came out of a retreat with Lama, Ado Lama, and they said something there, Dr. Wu, which is a neuroscientist, that they're really focusing on doing, on bringing the ancient practices for us to not forget our nature, right? And she and I had a conversation, and she said to me, Yvonne, when the going gets tough, that's a call for us all to not lose hope. And I truly believe that when the challenge is the highest, that's when our work needs to. This is where we are going to be called, right? Like when this is incredible, and I see, that's why I invited you in the show, and that's why I have a lineup of people that are the Tai Chi, the tea ceremonies, Qigong, virtus, ancient history. I have them lined up in the future, right? Because I have a responsibility to do whatever I can for your art, the art of Qi, not to be dismissed. Like for me, as a Mexican woman over here in the world, right? What I can do is interview you, and then we can communicate with the world the incredible, powerful tools that we all have to return to nature, right? To not lose ourselves in the process. So I feel that we're all being connected right now for this reason. Some of us, few of us, and it's our duty in a way to do something for the world, like you are doing, Claudia. So the last thing, Claudia, beautiful share. So people can find you, and we are going to. This is our job. We're going to put your website. We're going to put the Instagram of Claudia, every single thing. But people can reach out to you on Instagram, correct? And your website?
Yeah. You mean the teachings, or what?
Or you, they can communicate, like they can find your work on Instagram and on your website,
Yeah,
correct?
I'm more into YouTube videos right now because I had this online program, but I somehow I'm not quite happy with it because I think I'm a perfectionist and I have so much more to share. So I would love to do more here when I have time. But I thought I will share some routines because I was asked for mobility or qigong or movements, and I think it's important for people to start somewhere, and I also started with a form, and um, just the movements are healthy because it's opening. So it's like swimming. When you're swimming, you're opening your body, and I think this is the reason why Tai Chi or Qigong is so healthy, because it's opening your body. Like running, because when you're running, you're shrinking, but so the YouTube videos is something I will focus on now, because I had the feeling that the people need a routine, something they can do daily without paying for it. And the other thing I am starting to enjoy, to my surprise, is my channel on Instagram, because I have there the opportunity to share some videos I'm recording home, where I record some small movements that are so important for the Tai Chi. I mean, I had this class, my Tai Chi class today as well, and I'm so in these details, sometimes a little bit too too much because I see people's faces and they're like, oh my God, my brain is exploding. She's talking and talking and I cannot think. So on Instagram, I'm it's a little bit more shrinked, and this is good because otherwise I don't know. But what I wanna do is I don't want to focus so much on the online programs. I would love to do live sessions like this, or workshops, or even classes or seminars, something like that, where just have to figure out how to start, and it shouldn't be too much for people, but something we can start. And I know that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to find masters. I mean, I searched for years, so I know the feeling. So it's even more beautiful when we can connect via Zoom or something, and just, I don't know, do a live class. It will be recorded, so everybody can watch it as often as you want. I don't keep here things. It's just yeah. So that are the thing for now. So YouTube, Instagram, my Instagram channel,
Yes,
and
yes. And she has, so we are going to put all of her channels. You can connect with her if you're interested in live trainings too. Reach out to her on Instagram. That's how we reach out to her. Just be patient, because people receive so many messages on Instagram that be patient with the response. But I will put all of the links. You can also follow, and this is something we've been sharing, the Secrets of Movement channel on Instagram, which I love. I'm benefiting from that. Her videos, YouTube. We are going to make sure to put every link for you all, guys, not only to benefit, but to pass it on. Because movement, life is movement and movement is life. So thank you, Claudia. We love it. I'm so honored that you were here. It's a treat and it's an honor to have you, your ancestors, your wisdom, and the vision of your future here with us. We're really honored to have you. Thank you so much, Claudia.
thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the invitation and all your words. That is so inspiring and motivating. And yeah, this helped me today. I will sleep good.
Good night, beloved Claudia. And to everyone else, remember, please like, share. Remember, we're a philanthropic podcast. We depend literally on you for us to keep sharing it freely. We're everywhere where podcasts are. And we will see you next week with another incredible guest. And we send you a big kiss. Un besito. Adios. We hope you enjoyed this new episode. And if you did, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere where you prefer to listen to your podcast. Make sure to check the links to everything we mentioned in this episode. For more news, future or past episodes, or for any other inquiry, please visit our website at delafloorteachings.com. Once again, thank you for listening to the Spirituality Now podcast.